Miss Carver, welcome to 69 Face of Rock. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. Good.
Introduce yourself and tell me what you do in the band.
My name's Daniel, and I do vocals for the band.
I'm Tom. I play guitar.
Okay, how did you get started?
Well, we've both been in various bands before this, and we found out that we both had a love for 80s heavy metal and old school metal, and so we decided to try to revive some of that and bring it back to life. There's a lot of great bands doing it right now, but we were proud of what was happening and want to take our part in that too.
Yeah, we've kind of like grown up or played in the same scenes in DFW and just knew of each other. And yeah, we're just starting a heavy metal band. Heard Daniel can sing. I had no idea. I'd known him for like engineering and producing and stuff in our area, and yeah, I just heard him sing, and he was definitely the guy. So we started going from there.
Who are your influences?
I think probably the two main influences that are the most obvious are Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne, but we have all sorts of different influences. Savatage, I love Savatage, King Diamond, Chastain, all sorts of different bands.
Yeah, definitely. And then like regionally in our area, like Iron Age and Eternal Champion, yeah, just like a lot of our like local heroes and all that, they kind of filter into our sound a little bit. So yeah, it's a bit mixed.
How would you describe your music?
I would say it's mostly 80s metal influenced, but we also have backgrounds in doing death metal and hardcore music, so I think some of that comes into our music as well as an influence. But we try to do a combination of different stuff and just do what we love.
Cool. What kind of a metal scene do you guys have in Dallas?
It's a bit mixed genre because there's not necessarily like a bunch of true heavy metal going on there, but there's like, you know, we play with like black metal bands, like hardcore bands, so there's a bunch of everything going on. It's very, very open and mixed over there.
Yeah, a lot of punk, hardcore, death metal mostly, and so I think we're sticking out a little bit in the scene doing our thing, but we've gotten a lot of great response from everybody, and it's been fun to play a lot of mixed bills shows in the local scene too. So,
why the name Myth Carver?
I was watching a show that's kind of based on Dungeons and Dragons, and there's a character who had a sword called Myth Carver, and it's a sword that's power is activated by music and singing. So I was like, this is a perfect band name.
It is.
So we just kind of went with that, and everybody thought it was cool, and we're kind of doing our own take on that sort of influence.
How is the name related to your image?
Well, personally for the lyrics, I'm trying to build a story that I guess has some similarities with the band name. I guess we really just thought it was a cool name, but I think also in today's world there's a lot of, it's kind of hard to find the truth in certain things, in certain media outlets. So I think it's good to find something solid that you can kind of rely on and kind of focus on that, even though it's mostly fantasy based.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
There's also the, I mean, just with heavy metal, there's a lot of sword sorcery, so it's like Myth Carver, it being a sword, kind of goes along with the genre, or like the kind of arena we're in musically, so it's kind of fit. Yeah.
So you guys started with few single releases, right? What kind of reactions did you get?
We got a great reaction from our first song. We really weren't expecting it to be as popular as it was when it came out, and that really kind of drove us to keep going with it, because we only had a few ideas when we first started, and the reaction made us be like, okay, well, we really need to hit the ground running and get some more stuff put out.
And you did, I think last year you did an EP, right? Twist of Fate. What can you tell me about it?
Do you want to take that?
Yeah. Take it.
Just kind of came together, like we had planned to do like a couple extra songs and whatnot, but since we all do different projects, like recording or playing in other bands, it kind of just worked out to where this time of year we ended up putting out these 4 songs, and it was just it wasn't really like we weren't thinking too much about it. We were just writing what we liked, and just kind of went with that. And yeah, it's been awesome. The response has been great. Like all of our friends supporting it and everything. It's been incredible.
That was like a digital release, right? Did it ever come out on CD?
Yes, we did get some CDs made. We've got some tapes made, and then I think we're getting some vinyl records done, hopefully soon. But those can take a while. So,
did you guys receive any interest from any labels after releasing that?
Yes, we did, and so we're in talks right now about putting it out on a label. So there'll be more information about that coming out soon.
All right. How many songs do you have in all?
6 total.
Okay.
And then several half-done ideas
Half-done ideas.
will hopefully be out on the next release.
Okay. And the newer songs, what direction are they going in?
I mean, we know we wanted a fast one, so like Untamed Steel, I feel like high energy is always good for a metal show. It's just kind of a continuation of what we were doing, but still like kind of dipping our feet in different areas. So yeah, still kind of like the same core of like heavy metal, but just bringing in a little bit of our extra influences from other sounds.
And generally speaking, what makes a Mick Carver song?
It's just got to be a driving force. It's got to have some soaring vocals, some screams, some crazy solos, and some cool drum fills. You know, maybe a catchy chorus here and there, and you know, just something that we all really, you know, we like, and you know, shows our influences.
What's next for you?
We're gonna start writing again pretty soon for our next release, and then we got some shows in the fall. But yeah, we're just mainly trying to get back to it and come out with something to top this EP we put out.
Yeah, what he said.
Finally, what's the best thing about being in this band?
Just meeting all the people and getting connected with the scene, and playing live shows again. I haven't really played music in a while since this band started. So getting back in the scene and being on stage has been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it is a different scene from what I've like played previously. So yeah, meeting people, like seeing the differences here and there, and just making music with this group is awesome. That's one of my favorite parts for sure. Is like the creative process. Yeah, just the hangs like between the members and all. That's always great too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.